charts are screaming a warning. A critical line in the sand is being tested, and the entire market is holding its breath. What is the significance of the 735-unit floor? And why is it the last line of defense for Shiba Inu? Whales are moving in the shadows, and technical indicators are flashing red and green simultaneously. If this floor breaks, the consequences could be severe, but if it holds, a massive rally could be next. Let's dive deep into the data. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Please note that by the time you see this video, some rates may have changed. Financial advice is not included in this video. The current market environment for Shiba Inu is defined by a tense standoff between persistent selling pressure and aggressive whale accumulation. For weeks, the price has been consolidating, creating a technical floor that analysts have identified as the 735-unit level. This price point is not just a random number. It represents a confluence of historical support, a psychological barrier, and the average entry price for a significant number of large wallet holders. The importance of this level is amplified by the broader crypto market's year-end lull, which has seen trading volumes decrease and volatility spike. The market is currently in a state of extreme uncertainty, with the price trading just above this critical floor. The failure to hold this level would not only trigger stop-loss orders, but would also invalidate a major technical pattern that has been forming over the last quarter of 2025. This would open the door to a significant downward correction, potentially erasing months of slow, hard-fought gains. Conversely, a strong bounce off the 735-unit floor would confirm its strength, signaling to the market that the current price is undervalued and setting the stage for a potential rally toward the next major resistance level. The stakes are incredibly high, making this one of the most closely watched technical battles in the Shiba Inu's recent history. The test of the 735-unit floor has been an ongoing event throughout the last week of December 2025. The price has repeatedly approached this level, with each touch followed by a minor yet significant bounce. This repeated testing is a classic technical pattern that indicates a major decision point is imminent. The selling pressure is coming from a combination of profit-taking by short-term traders and a general market de-risking trend as the year closes. However, the buying pressure at the 735-unit mark is clearly being driven by large, strategic investors. A major whale, dormant for over a year, recently withdrew over 53 billion Shiba Inu tokens from Coinbase, a move that strongly suggests accumulation and a belief that the current price is a bargain. This event is a direct counter-narrative to the bearish sentiment, providing a fundamental reason for the floor to hold. The market is now waiting for a definitive break in either direction. A sustained move below 735 units would confirm the bears are in control, while a decisive move above the immediate resistance at 745 units would signal a bullish reversal. The tension is palpable, with trading volumes, while generally lower due to the holidays, spiking sharply during each test of the floor, indicating a fierce battle between buyers and sellers. The market's reaction to the 735-unit test is a study in technical resilience. Despite the price trading below key moving averages, the sheer volume of buy orders clustered at this specific level is preventing a collapse. Technical analysis shows that the relative strength index is currently hovering around 39.27. While not fully in the oversold territory, this reading suggests that the token is undervalued relative to its recent trading history and is ripe for a relief bounce. Analysts note that the price action is forming a consolidation pattern, often referred to as a descending triangle, with the 735-unit level acting as the flat base. This pattern is typically bearish, but the massive whale accumulation at this level is introducing a significant element of uncertainty. The 24-hour trading volume, which is approximately $80 million, is high enough to facilitate a major move, but the market is currently in a holding pattern. The key market indicator to watch is the volume profile. A sharp increase in selling volume on a break below 735 units would confirm the drop, while a sudden surge in buying volume at that level would confirm the floor. The current price action is a clear reflection of the market's internal conflict. The technical indicators suggest caution, but the on-chain data points to a strategic accumulation phase by the most influential holders. On-chain data provides the most compelling evidence for the strength of the 735-unit floor. The recent surge in whale activity is directly correlated with the price approaching this critical level. Community trackers show that whale accumulation has hit a 6-month high. This accumulation is not random. It is a calculated effort to absorb the selling pressure at the 735-unit mark. The withdrawal of over 53 billion Shiba Inu tokens from Coinbase by a single dormant whale, as noted earlier, is a prime example of this strategic buying. This massive transfer removes immediate selling pressure from the exchange and signals a long-term commitment to the asset. Furthermore, the state of the Shibarium Layer 2 solution is providing a fundamental underpinning to the technical floor. Shibarium has recently surpassed 1 billion transactions in its 18 months of operation. This milestone demonstrates real-world utility and a growing ecosystem, which fundamentally supports the token's value, making a prolonged drop less likely. Concurrently, the burn rate, a critical deflationary mechanism, has shown extreme volatility, with a massive surge of 1,567% in late 2025. This combination of whale accumulation, utility growth on Shibarium, and aggressive burning provides a strong technical and fundamental foundation for the 735-unit floor. The on-chain evidence suggests that the last line of defense is heavily fortified by the project's most influential and long-term holders. The implications of the 735-unit test extend beyond a simple price movement. They speak to the market's confidence in Shiba Inu long-term transition from a meme coin to a utility-driven ecosystem. Analysts note that a successful defense of this floor would validate the strategic accumulation by whales and reinforce the narrative that the token's value is now tied to the success of Shibarium. If the floor holds, the market will interpret it as a sign that the fundamental utility of the ecosystem is strong enough to withstand bearish technical pressure. The immediate implication is a potential short-term rally, as the descending triangle pattern would be invalidated, leading to a short squeeze as bearish traders are forced to cover their positions. The long-term implication is a renewed focus on the Shibarium ecosystem. The 1 billion transaction milestone is a powerful metric, and a successful defense of the price floor would encourage further development and adoption of dApps on the Layer 2 solution. Conversely, a break below 735 units would have severe psychological and technical consequences. It would signal that even the most strategic whales are unable or unwilling to defend the price, leading to a cascading sell-off. The analysis suggests that the current price action is a necessary cleansing event, shaking out weak hands and consolidating the token into the hands of long-term holders who believe in the Shibarium narrative. The outcome of this test will define the trajectory of Shiba Inu for the first half of 2026. The community and developer reactions are characterized by a mix of anxiety and unwavering conviction. On social media platforms, the tension is evident, with many retail investors expressing concern over the repeated testing of the 735-unit floor. However, the core community, often referred to as the Shiba Army, is rallying around the on-chain data, focusing on the massive whale accumulation as a sign of strength. Developer hints have been subtle, but focused on the continued progress of the Layer 2 solution. The narrative being pushed is that the price floor is being defended by utility, not just speculation. The community is actively promoting the 1 billion transaction milestone on Shibarium, using it as a fundamental counter-argument to the bearish technical outlook. This collective effort to maintain a positive sentiment is a crucial non-technical factor in the defense of the price floor. Furthermore, the community is actively participating in the burn mechanism, with the recent massive surge in the burn rate being a direct result of community-driven initiatives. This strong, unified reaction demonstrates that the Shiba Inu ecosystem is not just a passive investment, but an active, decentralized movement. The community's conviction is a powerful, unquantifiable force that is contributing significantly to the resilience of the 735-unit floor. The short-term forecast, 1 week, 1 month, is entirely dependent on the outcome of the 735-unit test. If the floor holds, analysts predict a rapid relief rally, with the price potentially targeting the next major resistance level around 850 units. The oversold conditions indicated by the RSI suggest that a bounce, once triggered, could be sharp and significant. The key short-term factor to watch is the volume profile at the 735 unit level. A high volume rejection of the lower price would be the strongest bullish signal. For the long term, 3 months, 3 years, the outlook remains bullish, contingent on the continued growth of Shibarium. The successful defense of the 735 unit floor would solidify the foundation for a major upward trend. Long-term price predictions suggest a move toward the 1,100–1,200 unit range. The long-term forecast hinges on Shiba Inu successfully leveraging its 1 billion transaction milestone to attract more developers and users to Shibarium, thereby increasing the utility and the burn rate. The successful execution of this utility-focused strategy, validated by the defense of the critical price floor, could see Shiba Inu enter a new phase of growth, potentially challenging the market cap of other established Layer 2 protocols. While the defense of the 735 unit floor is a positive sign, a balanced opinion requires acknowledging the significant risks. The primary cautionary point is the descending triangle pattern, which remains a technically bearish formation. Neutral insights suggest that while whale accumulation is strong, it may not be enough to counter a sustained, high-volume, market-wide sell-off. The reliance on the burn rate is another red flag. Despite the recent surges, the burn rate has also crashed to near zero. This volatility indicates that the deflationary mechanism is not yet consistent enough to guarantee a sustained price increase. Furthermore, the market remains highly sensitive to macroeconomic factors, such as interest rate decisions and global regulatory changes, which could easily push the price below the critical floor. Investors should view the 735 unit level as a critical risk management point, not a guaranteed bottom. A break below this level, especially on high volume, would necessitate a reevaluation of the entire bullish thesis. The current situation is a high-stakes gamble, where the technical risk is balanced only by the fundamental strength of the Shibarium ecosystem and the strategic actions of the largest holders. So, the battle for the 735 unit floor rages on. This isn't just a technical test, it's a fight for the future of Shiba Inu. The whales are defending the line, backed by the growing utility of Shibarium and a community that refuses to surrender. If this floor holds, the stage is set for a massive rally. But if it breaks, prepare for a deep correction. Keep your eyes locked on the charts, because the next few days will define the trajectory of this entire ecosystem. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.